Hello everyone, welcome to another monthly beauty favorites and fails. This one for May 2021. How is this year nearly half over? I mean, we do have another full month, but still, how has 5 months gone by so quickly? Yesterday when I was gathering the products for this video, I just thought to myself, didn't I just put up April's favorites and fails? But then I looked closer at my videos and I realized that I just didn't put out as much content in May as I normally do. I just had a lot going on. I was doing some remodeling in my home that was in its last stages. There was just people in my house nearly every single day. I promise you that now that the remodeling is done, and I also had some health issues going on, and that's all sort of been taken care of. The point is that I hope that once I get back from a little vacation we're taking next week, I will be putting out a lot more content for you. All right, now I want to get started showing you my beauty favorites and fails for May 2021. I want to start off with these nails. You don't often see me with long nails on camera. I keep my nails pretty short and natural. I've mentioned that on occasion I will wear the Kiss press-on nails where you just sort of peel off the backing and press them onto your nails. They're supposed to last 7 days, but they don't usually last that long on me. I end up popping them off, which I do not recommend. It's not good for your nails. And I recently pulled off my actual nail, part of my actual pinky nail with the press-on. So I do not recommend just ripping them off. I recommend soaking them off like the manufacturer suggests. Now the reason why I end up popping them off so quickly just after wearing them, usually for a special occasion or a weekend, is because I find that I can't get that close to my actual nail bed. So within a couple of days, it's as if my nails have already grown out too much. And when I run my fingers through my hair, the nails get caught. My hair snags in that little area between the fake nail and my skin, and it's really, really annoying. So I saw someone on TikTok using the glue-on nails, not specifically the brand Static Nails, which is what I have on. Obviously I don't have these on. This is just another set that I bought. I will put the name of both sets that I bought in the description box for you because I believe these came in short, medium, and long, and I can't remember what I got. I think medium. I think this is called a coffin shape or a squared coffin shape. So I love these nails. I really, really do. I've had them on for 4 days so far and no snags, no popping off. Sometimes with the Kiss nails, the press-ons, they will pop off. So I do try to be mindful of pressing down on them several times a day. But with these glue-on nails, I have not had to do that. So I absolutely love them, but there are a couple of things I don't like about them. Number one, they were not nearly as easy to apply as the press-ons. The glue got a little messy for me. If you had seen me apply these nails, you probably would have laughed because I was constantly getting glue everywhere, just gluing my fingers together. Now I know some of you are probably thinking, Risa, you're spending way too long on these nails, but I have to tell this story and I hope that it will help someone out there to not have the same problem that I did. If you use too much glue, it will ooze out the sides and then it will dry and you will be left with a little bit of a glue overload on the base of your nail near the cuticle. I mean, nobody can tell unless they look really, really up close. I received so many compliments on these nails, and I'm assuming that the more I do it, the better I will get at applying them. But my point is that if you do not have the patience or the funds to go get your nails done every week or every couple of weeks, I highly recommend these nails. This coffin style was $14, and then this other round set was $16. Next up is something else that I've been getting a lot of compliments on lately, that being my tan or my light tan that I currently have going on, which is from this Jergens Natural Glow Instant Sun Self-Tanning Foam. I spoke about this self-tanner recently in my affordable coral bronzy summer glam makeup look, but I knew I had to include it in this video as well because I've been using it once a week and I'm just so in love with it. Don't get me wrong, I still like my Saint-Tropez self-tanner and I really like the Bondi Sands self-tanner. And anytime I mention a self-tanner, I always receive lots of recommendations for other self-tanners in my comments, which some I've tried, some I haven't tried, some maybe I will try in the future. But for now, I'm very happy with this one. It's more budget friendly than the others I've mentioned. I also like that this dries in 60 seconds, so I can get dressed pretty quickly. The color shows up within 2 hours. I usually apply mine at night and sleep on it, and then in the morning I will wash it off, and I just have this beautiful natural looking color. Even though I'm using the deep bronze, I don't find it to be too dark for my skin tone at all. And for me, the color lasts about 5 days. So the next 3 products, I'm gonna go ahead and blame Samantha March for right now. If you're not familiar with Samantha, she is another beauty YouTuber, and I can actually link her channel for you in the description box. She recently moved to Las Vegas, and we've already had the opportunity to hang out together a few times. And by the way, these 3 products barely made the cut for this video. I've only been using them for about 5 or 6 days, but I couldn't not tell you about them because they are just as good as Samantha said they were. She talked about all 3 of these in some of her recent videos and just raved about them. And then I saw her in person and her skin just looked amazing. And I said, I have to know what's on your face right now. And she said it was the Fenty Ease Drop Blurring Skin Tint with the Dior Backstage Powder. And then she contoured with this Patrick Ta She's Sculpting palette, all of which I have on my face right now. I am very, very late to the Fenty Ease Drop party. I know this product hasn't been out for a really, really long time, but when it first came out, I didn't purchase it because it really didn't interest me, being that it said that it was a skin tint. Blurring definitely interested me because I have large pores and fine lines and texture. So blurring, anytime there's a product that says blurring, I'm usually, my ears usually perk up. But a skin tint, I'm a little wary because I prefer more coverage than what skin tints usually provide. But she demonstrated this in a video, and then she also, I saw her in person and her skin just looked flawless. And she, like me, doesn't have perfect skin, but you could not tell by looking at her. So I had to get this, and it was sold out, and it probably still is in most shades on Sephora.com and even in a lot of stores. But I managed to grab shade 8. Samantha uses shade 6, and she and I have similar coloring, but 6 was sold out, so I purchased 8, and it's actually perfect, especially for when I've used a self-tanner on the rest of my body. This might not be my winter non-self-tan shade, but for now, I think it's perfect. And I was so impressed by how this made my skin look. And I promise you, I will be demoing this product in an upcoming video. But for now, you're gonna have to take my word for it and Samantha's word for it. This is such a beautiful product, and it stayed on all day, and it does have a blurring effect, which I have to admit, I was skeptical about. I mentioned moments ago how my ears perk up when I hear that a product is blurring or it's in the name of the product, but often I'm let down because I don't see that blurring effect. But with this, it definitely blurs my pores. It just makes my skin look naturally perfected. And I think that's what we're all looking for. So no wonder this product has been selling so well. Now, of course, I can't guarantee that everyone's going to love it as much as I do. I was just curious, and I checked the reviews on Sephora.com just now, and they're pretty mixed. Overall, it has 4 stars and 732 reviews. And always keep in mind when you're hearing someone rave about a complexion product that it's definitely going to depend on your skin type, the climate that you're living in, whether or not you're going to have the same result as someone else, because things like climate really do make a difference. I used to live somewhere that had very high humidity, and I'm doubtful that this would have held up as well as it did if I were in a more humid climate. So all I'm saying is that it worked really, really well for me, surprisingly well, because Samantha and I don't always agree on products, on a lot of products actually. I always say when I watch some of her videos that she and I should do a swap, because a lot of the products that she doesn't like, I love, and a lot of the products that she loves, I do not at all. But this one, and, well, wait, let me get to the Dior powder. This one, this also has mixed reviews on Sephora. And I actually read the reviews before I decided to purchase this because she and I often have differing opinions on things. And once again, the reviews on Sephora.com were very mixed. Some people raved about it, said this is the best powder ever. And then others thought it was just complete garbage. And some people said that they felt like it looked like a glitter bomb on their skin, that there was so much glitter in it. Maybe my eyes are just worse than I thought because I do not see any glitter in this product. I purchased shade 3N Neutral, and I did notice when reading the reviews, a lot of people say that this runs dark. I had done the buy online, pick up in store, so I didn't see the other testers or displays of what the other shades looked like. I just chose 3N because that's the shade Samantha said that she used. And when I first looked at it, I thought, ooh, that looks almost like a light bronzer. But it's very sheer and it works really well with the Fenty number 8. And it really does a beautiful job of blurring the pores. And it's not a mattifying powder by any means. If you are looking for any sort of oil control, do not look for it here with this Dior Backstage powder. But if you're okay with your oils coming through, or perhaps you have normal to dry skin and you just want a sort of blurring finishing powder, then I would definitely look at the Dior Backstage. And I know some of you are going to ask me, Risa, do you like it better than your beloved Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish powder? That's a tough one because I think they're both excellent. So what I'll say is that if you have tried the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush and you weren't in love with it, maybe give this one a try. It also comes in a lot more shades than the Charlotte Tilbury. This Dior one does. So you can choose a shade like I did that also adds a little bit of warmth to your complexion. So you don't necessarily need to use a bronzer or something else to warm up your skin. And I love the Charlotte Tilbury shade 1 for setting my under eye concealer because it's very smoothing and blurring. I don't know if the lightest shade would work for that in this powder. I'm gonna continue to use both for another month or so and then follow up with you. Maybe a ranking video of my top pressed finishing powders. And now I wanna talk about She's Sculpted from Patrick Ta. I have used in the last couple of months a lot of different products for cream contouring and they've all been really good, which is why I put off purchasing this product because I thought, oh gosh, do I really need another cream contour product? I really like using my Milani Cream to Powder Foundation in a dark shade as my contour. I just received one and demoed one from Persona in a recent video. I have the NARS limited edition Laguna cream contour that I've shown in other videos recently that I also love, but that NARS one is limited edition and I haven't looked recently, but it was sold out for a really, really long time. This you should be able to get your hands on, and what I like about this especially is that you get your cream contour and your powder. I like to set my cream contour with a powder, so I've got both right here. And this product comes in 3 different shade selections. I like that this cream goes on sort of sheer, at least for me it does, and I can build up to the desired intensity. With something like this, I almost prefer that it's not so pigmented that when you just touch your brush to the product and then go to touch your face, you've got a lot of pigment that you need to blend out. This, as I was saying, goes on pretty sheer, and then I go back in and I build it up to get that lifted and sculpted look that I am trying to achieve. And the powder portion is just perfect as well. It gives just the right amount of color and it's very blendable. This sculpted look lasts all day long, so I highly recommend this. So thank you very much, Samantha March, for recommending these products to me. My bank account doesn't like it so much, but my face does. So next up are 2 more products that I demonstrated in my summer bronzy coral makeup tutorial. One of them is this product from NYX. This is the NYX Sweet Cheeks Soft Cheek Tint, and I specifically am calling out this shade This is so stunning. I know it looks super bright, but if you go and watch that video that I will link in the description box, you will see that I used it for both my cheeks and my lips, and it blends out to be the most beautiful, perfect summer coral. The shade is called Almost Famous, and I just take the applicator and I tap it to my cheeks. I really don't want to put more on. I feel like I have a lot on already. Oh, what the heck. I'll just put a little bit. And that's seriously all you need. If I put any more than that, it will be way too strong. But look at how pretty this blush is. I can't get over how pretty it is. And if you are like me and you really like blush, you can just keep adding more and adding more. And this is going to look gorgeous on all skin tones. You just, as I was saying, have to be very careful if you have fair skin, but you can go crazy with this if you have deep skin. It's going to look stunning. And then if you're like me and you do like to set your cream products with a powder sometimes, I don't really have to set this product with a powder. It does have really good staying power even on my oily skin. But today, because I'm doing my favorites video and I wanted to show you this next palette, I did top this Sweet Cheeks before I came on camera with this shade Honeymoon from the Benefit Earth Angel Horoscope palette. If you are a fan of Hoola Bronzer, if you are a fan of Benefit's Cookie Highlighter, if you like Benefit's Georgia and the Perfect Matte Pinky Blush, you are definitely going to want this palette. I'm just gonna add more blush. Why not? I already get comments from people saying, you wear too much blush. And I don't care. I just don't care. I like it. I like the way it looks. And we should all have that attitude. If you like the makeup you're wearing and you feel confident in it, don't let anyone tell you to do it differently. Unless, of course, you're questioning it yourself. If I were to say to you, hey, do you guys think my brows are too dark? And you gave me a bunch of different opinions in the comments, that's fine. It's just unsolicited opinions that aren't usually welcomed by most people. All right, back to the palette. If you are going to be resuming travel anytime soon, this is a great palette to pick up. And it retails for $36, which I think is a great price for the amount of product that you get. I just realized I totally forgot to mention that second product that was in the Summer Bronze Coral makeup tutorial. I believe I said that I had two products that I was going to show from that video, and I only showed this. So the other product is this Profusion Bare Eyeshadow Palette. This palette retails for $5 at Walmart, and it is one of the best affordable neutral eyeshadow palettes I have ever tried. I highly recommend, if you would like to see this in action, that you go check out that video that I have mentioned probably 4 times now. There's really not a whole lot I can say other than I was really impressed with the quality of this palette, especially for the price. And you can do just the easiest everyday looks with this eyeshadow palette. And you can even take it up a notch and make it a nighttime palette. If you used these darker shades over here and then maybe did a pop of this gold on your lid with some black liquid eyeliner, that would make a gorgeous evening eye look. And 2 other palettes I've fallen in love with in the past 4 weeks are this one from Sigma. It is the Ambiance eyeshadow palette. This I used in another recent video. No, not the drugstore one, because this is a pricier palette, but I did use this in my full face of first impressions video. And whenever I do those first impression videos, I really like to follow up with you on as many products as I can. And if I really love something, it ends up in my monthly favorites, which is what happened with this palette. I continue to play with it. I continue to create different looks with it. I did more of a bronzy gold look today, and I just love this palette. I said this in that video, and I'm going to say it again here. I truly feel like Sigma eyeshadows are underrated. This and Corta Rosa are 2 of my all-time favorite eyeshadow palettes, I would be confident to say. Next up is the Charlotte Tilbury Instant Look of Love in a Palette Pretty Blushed Beauty. If you are getting married this summer, or if you are just wanting to try some Charlotte Tilbury products for the very first time, this is a great way to do that. This particular color combination is the lighter one of the 2 that were released with this collection. So if you have darker skin, do not even glance at this one, because when I first looked at it, I thought it was going to be too light for me. And of course, I do have a demo of this palette as well. Well, I shouldn't say of course, because I don't always have a demo of the palettes I show in my favorites videos. But in this case, I do. Everything is demoed somewhere. And again, that information will be in the description box, those links. This is just a beautiful everyday eyeshadow palette, and it takes all the guesswork out of putting together a look. There's a beautiful bronzer in here. There is, for the first time ever, the Airbrush Flawless face powder in here, a beautiful peachy pink blush, a highlighter, a shimmer topper, and in typical Charlotte Tilbury fashion, she made the packaging very, very pretty. You know what? I have not talked about a fail yet. This is the Kosas Air Brow Fluff and Hold Treatment Gel. This has really, really good reviews on Sephora.com, and I'm a little bit brow obsessed lately. I love trying products that will give me that laminated brow look, even though I adore my Maybelline Brow Precise Fiber Volumizer that I speak about all the time. It is a discontinued product and it is becoming harder and harder to find. I do have my stash of 3, but when that runs out, I just like to try new brow products. And unfortunately, this was a fail for me. First of all, the smell. I think maybe I just got a bad one because this literally smells like old school perm solution. That's what this smells like. And I can't get anything to come out. I know that it's in there. I can see the product is in there. But when I try to apply this to my brows, gotta get my hair out of my way. It's like nothing. Nothing is on there. Nothing is happening. Literally nothing. I don't see anything. I don't feel anything. I don't get it. So before I return this, if you have this product and you love it, explain to me in the comments what I'm doing wrong. And honestly, I hate returning things, except the smell is just too much. And my second fail is another update. I tested out the new formula Laura Mercier Oil-Free Tinted Moisturizer, and I did mention in the video where I tried out this product that I liked the way my skin looked. I did like how natural it was, but it didn't last as long as I typically need or want my makeup to last. So I said in that video that this would just be my sort of running around product. It's not going to be the product that I reach for when I'm going out or, you know, when I want my skin to have more coverage, to look more perfected. But I don't even think I'm going to reach for it for that purpose. It's almost like I was trying to talk myself into liking it because so many people love tinted moisturizers, especially in my age group. And there were several comments from people saying, I love you in the lighter makeup. It looks so good on you. But regardless of what someone else says, as I was alluding to earlier, we have to be comfortable in our own skin. We have to like what we see in the mirror and exude confidence when we go out into the world. And this just isn't it for me. If I'm going to use a lighter weight, lighter coverage foundation, I will be reaching for the Fenty over this. I do have to say the color match was really good. My shade is 2W1 Natural. So this doesn't go to waste, I am going to try mixing it in with some of my fuller coverage foundations, like perhaps my MAC Studio Fix Fluid or my Estee Lauder Double Wear, just to kind of shear those out a little bit and just see what kind of finish that gives. Ooh, before I close out this video, I also want to talk about these earrings from Kendra Scott. I got these in the white version first. I actually have the white and the turquoise. And then I saw that they had this sort of opalescent shade with the silver versus the ones I have gold around them. And I had to get these too. I just think they're so pretty and they really pop against a tan. So they're great for summer and they're lightweight. They go with everything. These are a must have if you like Kendra Scott jewelry. Okay, that concludes another monthly beauty favorites and fails. As always, all of the products will be listed and linked in the description box. If you have any questions at all, please don't hesitate to leave them for me in the comments. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you're not already subscribed, I would love it if you would hit that subscribe button. I do try to upload new content at least twice per week. I know I said at the beginning of the video that last month was a little bit light on content, but I promise you June, July, moving forward, things will get better. I will be putting out more content here and on Instagram, so be sure to follow me there. I'm also going to try to put a little bit more content on TikTok. Everything is under the same username. It's all Risa Does Makeup. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video.